Comedy talk at its worst. It's the Lunatic Radio Show.
With the intro. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Lunatic Radio Show. I'm Kieran. That's Rock, way over there in the great city of New York. Some people call it Gotham, right, Rock?
I don't. No one does.
No one calls it Gotham.
No one calls it
only,
Gotham.
Only those. Who are those people that like the fucking superhero movies?
Yeah, the DC comic kids.
Yeah, the DC comic kids. How many superhero movies do we really need to make in this world, Rock?
8.
8, really? How many
No, the answer to that question is when they stop making money. So,
well, let's hope that happens pretty soon, because I believe we're just making up shit now. We got like the garbage can guy, and I feel like we're running out of superheroes to create. That's what I'm saying.
Let's hope that ends soon. The same way, like how no one really uses Twitter and podcasting is just a fad. Everyone's gonna go to radio. Like all those things. No one's gonna keep buying into the comic book craze.
Are you saying that my predictions are terrible? They're the complete opposite.
I just like to say they're a little off. I'll be polite. They're a little off.
They're not that good. They're not good. Enough with the superhero movie. I'm done. Give me something else. Give me something with some feeling, all right?
But you never got into them.
Yeah.
So how could you say you're done when you're never even into them?
I watched the Iron Man. He really wasn't made out of iron. I was like, this is bullshit.
Oh. It's false advertising.
Yeah, I was looking for a thing that looked like some sort of cast iron fucking beam, and it was a guy. It was like a robot. He ain't an Iron Man.
You just want him covered in skillets.
Then there was a dude in one of the movies that looked like a rock. It was just a rock walking around. What was that guy?
Me?
No, not you. He was like a rock. He looked like he had fucking massive like zits, but they all formed.
You mean the Thing?
Is that what it is? The Thing?
What's his name? Chickless? Chickless was him?
That's the perfect name for that fucking character, because he just looked like I don't know.
He's part of the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, well, you know. How fantastic are they, really? I mean, why do they need...
Chickless, the police guy.
If they're that fantastic, why do they need 4 of them to fucking solve a problem? Right?
Well, because they all had their special power.
They should be able to do it on their own. Look at fucking Superman. Superman just was like, I'll die. Isn't Superman the greatest fucking, the goddamn, he's the greatest superhero of all time, because
I mean that's up for discussion.
Yeah,
some might say, but some say, I mean, he was defeated, he was killed.
By what? Oh, the kryptonite, right?
Well, no, that he does have that, so there's that. And then but he was killed in like the comics in like the late 90s, was it? By Doomsday, I think it was.
What was it? Syphilis?
The AIDS.
The
AIDS got the best.
AIDS gets everybody, man. You get that superhero lesion on his face. And
Superman goes to Africa, dies.
Then he got called into a boardroom and they fired him. They're like, "Am I getting fired because I'm gay?" It's a Philadelphia reference.
Wow, so there you go.
Shout out to everybody.
No, so there's a lot of super, and they got new ones coming out. They got a whole Marvel starting the whole next round. Like this was just phase. The first like part, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's not even a phase because they did 4 phases. Now they're on to the next saga, whatever the fuck it's called.
Saga. I'm done.
I don't even know. No, it's just beginning again. Just starting up again.
It's enough, dude. I'm done. Who can't? At some point, the fucking basement dwelling, fucking corn dog eating, fucking 7-Eleven burrito eating, Mountain Dew drinking people out there, and I love you all. You're all great human beings. You're all very smart. You're all very clever on the internet. But at some point, all those dudes out there, all those people that follow this comic book shit, are gonna be like, "What done? Wasn't there a thing called the Ant-Man? What the fuck is that?"
It's the man. He's like, he can get really small. I've been really big apparently. So here's the thing. Now they're starting to get into the basement dwellers, as you put them. They're now getting like the more obscure ones. So now even the more obscure ones are coming out. Like they have the Eternals, which, unless you're really into comics, probably have no idea. Zero. So they're digging deeper now. So they're like they're all in to the point that like we don't even need to do the ones where the masses generally know just through popularity and culture. We're gonna dive into the more unique, specific ones, and guess what? You're still gonna come out and see him, and he's right. Or they're right. What Mr. Marvel, his Stan Lee.
This is what I'm getting at, Rock. I want.
What are you getting at?
I want things to go back to fucking. Well, I want movies made about real things. That's what I'm into. Like fucking real stuff.
You want more Aaron Hernandez documentaries?
I want Aaron Hernandez documentaries. I want fucking real life stories. I want love stories. Where's this? I need a serious rom-com. Where's that?
You need a good Ryan Reynolds rom-com.
I need a Ryan Reynolds. No, because he does that fucking I talk shit superhero guy, doesn't he?
Oh right, Deadpool.
Yeah,
Deadpool. Look at you. See, you know.
I mean, I watched like 5 minutes of that. I was like, this guy's doing shtick, and he's I'm done. Like he's
got another one coming out. He's got another one, so stay tuned for that.
I can't wait for his witty quips.
Well, stay tuned for La La Land 2. Maybe go see that.
Fuck yeah, that Gosling can make anything happen.
Like your dick move.
Tell you what, man, I am not gay, and I'm not gonna learn at this point. And I've had this discussion with somebody. There are people out here in Arizona, actually, Rock, that they believe that gay is learned. Being homosexual is a learned thing. You learn it. Like, starting at 7, you're just like, pretty much like grabbing a book and you're reading about being gay. And you're like, this sounds interesting. Let me just go suck a couple dicks. Literally, people believe that out here. That is what's happening in the non-big cities.
Right.
People believe that being gay is something it's like a skill you can acquire. It's ridiculous. I honestly baffles my mind. And this is coming from the folks that I've had this discussion with are coming from intelligent people.
Wow.
Boom.
Right.
Boom goes the dynamite, right? But I don't know what I was getting to. I just went on a tangent and I just lost where the fuck I was. God damn it.
So Kieran can't wait for the new Marvel movies to come out.
I cannot. No, I'm done. I want.
Well, we were talking about Ryan Gosling and how he gives you those funny feelings down.
No,
there.
he does not. But that guy is fucking. I'm a perfectly single straight man, but that guy is a fucking beautiful dude. He's fucking gorgeous. That guy. He's got the dream. He's got those teardrop. I'm gonna fuck you in the ass eyes. Anybody? I'm going to go balls deep, but you're going to love it, and it's going to be sensual. What do you think, Rock?
And he's Canadian, so that's kind of nice.
Is he Canadian? Those Canadians can make a good dude.
Teardrop eyes.
He's got teardrop eyes, don't you think?
Well, horizontal teardrop eyes?
Yeah, they just like teardrops. They look like he's full of sensitivity. Yet he's built like a brick shithouse. I saw the Gosling on the streets of New York one time. That guy, he stood out like a sore thumb. He looked like Captain America, like going to fight some fucking evil. He was gigantic.
Is he tall?
Yeah, he's like he's probably your height. He's probably your height, but he's fucking jacked. Like,
yeah, of course, yeah.
You
can just be near him and feel like the abs.
It looks like he's just drawn. Somebody just drew the motherfucker. I'm not gonna,
crazy,
I gotta start talking about chicks. I think I need a little Niece Wade Hofer fucking. Hold on, let me get some. Here we go. Here it is.
Niece Wade.
There she is, Niece Wade Hofer. There she is. I'm showing pictures.
I don't get her name. I don't understand her name.
I don't.
It's
really,
a very.
Her name could be
like her first name is Niece.
Her name could be shit, and her last name could be on a stick. And I don't care. I'm dating.
Is that German?
Shit on a stick. Oh, yes, Patrick Mahomes is look at this Niece Wade Hofer. I'm showing images of Niece Wade Hofer at Niece Wade Hofer on Instagram. I'm promoting the Niece Wade Hofer for the young kids out there who need.
Do you like DM her or anything like that?
Have not. And even if I did, she's got the girl's a Ferrari with tits. There's no way she's seeing my DMs.
No, you never know.
I would imagine half of the New York Giants and most of the New York Jets are tweeting her. Pretty much everybody on the Houston. What is it? What's the football team down there in Houston, Rock?
Oh, Texans. The Texans.
The Houston Texans are just, sitting outside her apartment, waiting for.
So does that would like really fit 20 to late 20 something girls do? They just jump on Instagram, take some photos, and throw out that fishing line and see what bites, so to speak.
I threw the idea out there. I thought, as men, because we're men, certainly a man like me who's single and like kind of middle aged,
ready to mingle.
I am a disposable human being.
Oh,
I am the most disposable human being out there. Because
what do you mean you're disposable?
I don't have kids. I don't have a girlfriend.
You're like those white plastic utensils you get when you get a lunch. You're just disposable.
0 people depend on me. So I am a disposable human being.
That was deep.
Kieran, you look like you're about to drop some poetry. Oh, I don't know what that means. Oh, because of my black cloak I'm wearing? It looks like I'm wearing a cloak on the show today. I have a black sweatshirt on. I don't know. That was another tangent I just went on. I lost my point. So there you go. That's the way I'm working today. Fuck.
Yeah, really, Kieran? What are we doing?
We're on Niece Wade Hofer. That's right.
Yeah, we're talking about Niece Wade Hofer.
And how did we get to her? Because we were on Ryan Gosling, and I needed to
you need to refocus.
I needed to get some tits in my life.
So yes, because then I said throwing out the fishing line to see if they could attract guys. Just see.
Oh yeah. I wanted to take it back. Men should take it back. Because the women do the ass pictures on the Instagram all the time. They wake up. There's millions upon millions of girls out there who just wake up on a daily basis and go, fuck, I got to do my daily ass picture and post it on the Instagram. Men should take it back and just take the random dick pic and just bombard Instagram with dick pics to the point where Instagram can't even, or Facebook, who owns it, can't fucking handle the volume of dick pics.
Oh, I see. So it's got to be a mass dick pic.
Mass bombardment of dick pics to the Instagram. And I'm not talking like corny dick pics. I'm talking about like dick pics that are all along the lines of what the girls do with their ass pictures. Like, hey, I'm out at Starbucks getting coffee. Here's me with my mocha latte, and here's my ass in the picture at the same time. That kind of thing. So men are like out, at Jiffy Lube getting the oil change, and it's a dick pic in front of his car with the guy behind, changing the oil. I don't know. Something like that. You know what I'm saying?
But what will that do? So let's just say you tune into Instagram tomorrow, and
it takes the power back. It takes the power back, and maybe girls will start getting interested in dudes who put up the daily dick pic. Because guys are infatuated. Niece Wade Hofer is the girl I bring up on the show recently. That girl's got over 1 million followers, and it's not like she's writing rap lyrics or anything on there. She's just taking pictures of her butt. She's a gorgeous woman.
Right.
And that's it. She gets in a little lingerie, takes a photo, sends it out. Boom, boom, boom. 8,000 likes. A lot of people following. Endorsements.
Does she promote anything?
I think she has a Patreon like everybody else in the world.
Wow. So she's making money just taking photos.
Fuck yeah, bro. Yeah, no, honestly, she is, and here she is again, Niece Wade Hofer. Yeah.
Well, you're kind of helping. You're kind of like promoting her in a way. You're giving her free advertising, which is kind of weird to think that today, just by showing an Instagram photo, you're essentially advertising for her because she could potentially draw new viewers, which in turn can turn into dollars.
I'm showing a picture of her in, I believe, very short booty shorts. She's got her shirt off. She's leaning against the wall. She's got her hat backwards, like she's one of the guys.
You should take a photo like that. See how many hits that gets.
That's what I'm saying, Rock. I think I should get out there and start doing this stuff, See what happens. See what's
or take like her pictures and just put your face on it and see how that how that goes.
I might have to do that, to be honest with
you. That might be. I mean, that's how you bring things around. That's how you take the power back.
I should duplicate each one of Niece Wade Hofer's photos with my face cropped in on her face.
That's right.
That's not a bad idea. That's actually a good bit. Might take me a while, and people will think I'm insane, but
you're taking the power back.
Like I said, I'm a disposable human being. People wouldn't think anything less.
What's more disposable, you or the show?
Well,
I think the show, Kieran.
I'm a part of the show.
You're not.
I am the show. So
no, that doesn't help. That doesn't really separate you.
Kind of goes hand in hand, Rock. 716-325-0299 if you want to call into the radio program.
You're not disposable.
Obviously, I watched some documentary. It told me that fucking middle-aged men that are single and have no kids are just the most disposable fucking human beings.
Wow. That's what they said on the show, on the documentary?
Yeah, and I felt real shitty about myself, so I went off and I jerked off and I went to bed and I forgot.
Aw, good for you.
I forgot about it until this very moment in my life.
Jeez.
Thanks, Rock.
Sorry, I didn't even say it. I didn't even bring it up.
Yeah.
I was just talking about Ryan Gosling. I figured that would cheer you up.
Yeah. I want to say congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs, right, Rock?
That's right. Yeah, if you picked the Tennessee Titans to win, why?
Kansas City Chiefs are heading to the Super Bowl. There's 2020 Super Bowl, which takes place February 2nd in the beautiful city of Miami that was built on cocaine. Fucking A, bro.
It's been 50 years since they've been there. It's been, 50 years.
It's 50 years. Yeah, 50 years since the Kansas City Chiefs went to the Super Bowl. They went to Super Bowl 4, Rock.
Jeez, 4.
How many Super Bowls are we in? Oh, 50, 54, I guess.
I don't know. There's like so many different letters now. I don't know why they just don't use numbers. What are they trying to be cool by using the letters? What are you, L5?
I think every year.
Color red.
I think every year the name of the Super Bowl should be the Super Bowl again. Can't wait for the Chiefs to get to the Super Bowl again.
Again. Yeah, right.
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 It kind of rolls up. Yeah. So thanks to the Kansas City Chiefs. Good for you guys.
And it appears San Francisco is well on their way to heading to the Super Bowl because we are recording the show during the game between them and the Green Bay Packers. So.
Yeah. And I'm rooting for the San Francisco 49ers to make it just because of their man, this is getting really
what's happening?
Really homo on the show today. Very, very gay. I appreciate the Jimmy Garoppolo, Rock, the quarterback for the
that's nice of you.
San Francisco 49ers. He's a good-looking man, and he is an NFL quarterback. And he is. And he's treating his NFL quarterback stardom like he should. He's dating everything that walks by him. I believe he's dating everything that walks. And Jimmy just walks down the road or walks down a hallway or goes to a Starbucks, a Burger King, a fucking Nobu, a goddamn club, and he just bangs everything that's within a 10-foot radius with boobies and a butt.
So he's like the modern day Joe Namath.
Yeah. I believe he's the modern day Joe Namath. I have a bunch of photos. If you folks, you need to be watching this show on YouTube to get some of the parts of the radio program because there is a visual aspect now. Because it's a different fucking era. All the radio, every podcast is on TV now. We're all on fucking goddamn streaming services. So I have a bunch of pictures of. I have 7 different pictures of Jimmy Garoppolo with 7 different women. And he's been a quarterback for what, Rock? This is his second season.
Well, 2017 he was traded, but then he had the injury. But so it's like 2.5 years. We'll say
he's been a starter in the NFL for 2. Obviously, he's a dreamy guy. I mean, he's an athlete, so he's gonna bang anything. But here's fuck. Look at Jimmy. Look at Jimmy. See, this is Jimmy right here. He's with this brunette. Apparently linked to this brunette. She's got I would like to say.
No way. She looks like a Mariah Carey-ish. No way. That's real. That's not really.
She is. She's got giant. What would you say? What would you call those, Rock?
What are they? What did balloon? Wait, sweater balloons? Sweater zeppelins?
Sweater zeppelins. She's got giant sweater zeppelins. Both of them. One says Fuji. The other one says Goodyear. But I'm saying to you people, she's got giant tits.
Oh.
Yeah. So he's linked to this broad at some point, right? And then there's Jimmy again. He's with this sultry woman right here with the smoky eyes, brunette,
give it a second.
blonde hair.
I'm on tape delay here, so give me a moment.
So he's linked to this one. Jimmy Garoppolo is what a quarterback should be doing. He should be out there slaying. He should be throwing TDs and then putting it in from the 1 yard line. You know what I'm saying, Rock?
Oh, I hear. So, do these women have Instagram accounts? Is that what they do?
If they don't, they do now, Rock.
Right.
And then there's the next one he's with, Linktree. Apparently, this girl's got she's got
cancer.
Yeah, I don't know. She's very very pretty. This is what Jimmy Garoppolo's doing. Here's another one. Another girl.
Where's your intel? How are you finding about all these women?
I called Jimmy. I was like, hey, just send me a bunch of pictures of the girls you tagged. And he's like, all right, here's 7. This is the last 7 days. So he sent me pictures of all these girls. And I'm just like, all right, I'm going to use it for my podcast and no one listen to it. He's like, hey, go ahead. I got to go beat the Packers. I'll see you later.
What is the... This is bizarre.
So here's Jimmy with another. I mean, there's another girl. I mean,
oh, that's the same woman on both sides of them?
I don't know. I can't tell. He might have been banging both of these at the same time. I don't know. Like I said, Jimmy just walks down the hallway and everything just wants to bang him. He's like a vagina magnet.
Oh, Leroy Jenkins checking in one says Ice Cube's a pimp. Nice.
Yeah.
A blimp reference. I like it. Thank you.
And
sir.
There's more. Here's more Jimmy Garoppolo. This is another woman. Obviously, he's into the very tan brunettes, Rock.
Yeah, and they're well endowed.
Yeah, they all have
in the chestal region.
Yes, they all have pillows.
They kind of honestly, they kind of have this Jersey Shore-ish look. Outside of that one blonde, they kind of have this dark hair, kind of super tan. They kind of have this Jersey Shore girl look.
Out of the 5 pictures I've shown already, most of the girls are very tan. They have chest pillows. They look very comfortable. They would be very comfortable.
If in the event of frontal impact, it'd be very safe.
Right. Airbags. They have airbags.
They got airbags.
Here's another one of this girl's actually, I believe, a porn star. So Jimmy went for.
Oh boy.
Jimmy went for the pro.
See, he shouldn't be going.
Once he became a starter in the NFL, he's like, I might as well fucking date a pro.
So he's like, I might as well because I can.
Yeah, and that girl's a pro. And then obviously after one,
he's like, I'm a pro, so I should be with a pro.
I believe after a Monday Night Football game with versus the Arizona Cardinals this season, Jimmy made a pass at the great Aaron Andrews. So
I kind of heard that. But isn't she married?
Who knows? Fuck it.
Hey, Jimmy's like, I don't care.
Jimmy don't care. I'm fucking Jimmy motherfucking.
I'm Jimmy G.
I'm Jimmy motherfucking Garoppolo, motherfucker.
Ain't nothing but a G thing.
Yeah.
Baby.
So you got Jimmy Garoppolo, who's out there literally having a buffet of women each and every week. And then we have the man on the other side of the game today, quarterback for the great Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers, who's dating...
Who's he dating? I know he was with Olivia Munn for a while.
Danica Patrick. There you go. There she is.
Dating Danica Patrick?
Danica Patrick. Yeah, she is worth a shit ton of money.
Oh, she is? I thought like he was supporting her because like she ain't doing anything now, right?
No, she owns like a vineyard or a winery or some shit like that.
Boy.
Yeah, so Danica Patrick is on but he's I mean, she's a beautiful woman. She's very talented. She made a great career for herself. She led the Indianapolis 500 for a couple laps. She's got a boatload of cash. They both just bought a house out there in like Malibu that's worth like $5 million. Jeez. But it's not Jimmy Garoppolo who's out there just finding the right fit, if you know what I'm saying, Rock.
Well, right. He's in his 20s. The different times of their lives.
Right. But I never heard stories about. Aaron Rodgers, just banging everything like Garoppolo.
Right, I got you. I understand. I hear you.
And then, obviously, the other man who's actually going through the Super Bowl, Patrick Mahomes, he's dating just a crazy person, I believe. I don't know. This girl seems crazy. Here's a picture of Patrick Mahomes' woman.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Well, he's kind of got the crazy hair. Oh, boy. That's the picture.
Patrick Mahomes kind of looks like a Fraggle. Remember the Fraggle Rock?
Oh, for sure. He kind of has that Fraggle-ish look.
Fraggle look.
I actually have audio. Jimmy Garoppolo on a date.
Oh,
ready?
Pimp smack your ass, bitch. You my hooker now.
Yeah, so.
Dylan.
I don't even know what that was. I hit a wrong
And
button.
that play could be a finalist in the Trojan Ends Boner of the Week Award.
Oh, what's in the box?
He referred to me as Fatty McFat.
Never. Jimmy Garoppolo would never do that. He would never do that.
I was dumb enough to reach over and relieve him in an act of masturbation.
Even men, Rock, will fucking do that to Jimmy Garoppolo.
Can you give me some relief? Can you give me some relief?
Yeah. So there's Patrick Mahomes with his girlfriend. But I think Jimmy G, out of the 3 quarterbacks that are still in contention to go to the Super Bowl, I think Jimmy G.
He's the busiest.
He's doing it. He's doing it right. He's doing it the correct way. He's doing it the way all of us fans think you should be doing it. If you're a here's Patrick,
who's this person?
Here's this Patrick Mahomes' girlfriend from the game today in Kansas City. She put together this little Instagram post.
Oh.
Please, just enough for her.
Wow.
I had to just cut it off.
That sounds annoying.
I had to just that's so. I think I've made the point. Jimmy G's doing it the correct way.
Oh, I see.
Variety of women, sweater zeppelins, scoring touchdowns, roughing the passer,
Right.
strip sack.
I get it.
Strip sack every night. If you know what I mean, Rock. Oh. You know what I'm saying?
Good for him,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't get any diseases or anything, that kind of affects his career.
Hey, Google, what's the score of the 49er Packer game?
Currently, the 49ers are leading the Packers 34-7 in the third quarter.
All right.
Ouchies.
Yeah. Wasn't that the score of the last game they played the Packers? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I thought that
Really, it wasn't a fluke.
The Packers are getting fucked, Rock, by Jimmy G. Anybody? Hold on.
Well.
I got.
Well.
Yeah.
Well.
So there you go. Yeah. So.
Good for them.
The Super Bowl. Everybody's gonna love it. Super Bowl again is coming up February 2nd in Miami. Yeah.
Wow. So if it's a cheap 49ers, that should be a pretty good game, I think.
Absolutely, Rocks. It's the Kansas City Chiefs, as we mentioned, haven't been to the Super Bowl in 50 years. They got the Fraggle Rock as quarterback. 49ers, legendary franchise, been to the Super Bowl 6 times. I believe they won it 4 times with the great Joe Montana. One's with Steve Young, and now they got Jimmy G with a boner the size of fucking goddamn the Freedom Tower.
Wow.
Heading into Miami, ready to fuck the Chiefs.
Miami, yeah, of all places too. He's gonna have a busy players weekend or whatever it is.
Can you imagine Super Bowl week for Jimmy Garoppolo? The guy is going to be drained. He's going to be exhausted.
He's gonna be able to focus.
He's going to need to abstain, but I don't know how it's possible because I feel like when Jimmy Garoppolo goes down to Super Bowl week in Miami, he's going to be the anthill covered in ants, and the women are just going to be the ants, just going in and out of him. You know what I'm saying, Rock?
Oh, I get it. I see what you mean.
That was my analogy right there, Rock.
I see what's happening there.
Yeah.
Jimmy G.
If you want to call in, 716-325-0299. That is the number for the radio program. Yeah, Rock. Well, actually, yesterday I talked about this with TJ DeMare on our last show, but he's not really a baseball fan, so I wanted you to talk to you. But what do you think about? Yeah.
That's always good. Have a conversation with somebody about something that they don't really know about. It's good.
On a radio show.
I thought he was a Tigers fan.
Yeah, but he said I started the segment. I was like, how about that MLB baseball scandal? Well, I'm not really a baseball fan. I'm like,
That's when Karen slowly contemplating, like, how do I get a gun to take myself out of this game?
Oofa. Oofa.
Oofa. Fly ball caught.
Maybe Jimmy G thinks those are footballs in their sweaters coming in from Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, that was deep thoughts with Leroy Jenkins.
Well, I would say laces out,
Oh, I get it. Finkel is Einhorn.
Yeah. Yeah, the MLB cheating scandal, Rock. What do you think? Go. Astros cheating. Go. Little midget guy cheating. Go.
What? Are you talking about Altuve? That's not nice.
Yeah, little midget guy. He's my size. I can say that. Fuck him.
Clearly it's a big deal, and I feel like there's more information that they're letting out. I think that based on what was going on, I don't need to repeat it, but I feel like the MLB this is my interpretation, if I may have an editorial moment, if you will.
Fucking A, Rock. Go balls deep.
There is the MLB, and then there's the Players Association, and they occasionally butt heads. It's just like anything. There's the company and there's the union.
Are you saying the Major League Baseball Association are a bunch of butt heads?
Yes, I'm going. Yeah, that's my editorial. Thank you. No, what I'm trying to get at is that there was a lot of information, and the MLB decided to only give out some information out of, for whatever reason. I honestly don't know, but I feel like that they even had more information, and some of this information they were able to use. And there's definitely a separation between the two, because what made me go to this extent, because I was thinking about this the other day after I heard an interview with John Smoltz. This is why it kind of like really took on this other layer, because the interviewer on the radio show was very direct and asked, like, do you think the player who was the whistleblower, Fires, I think, I forget his name, I'm not sure, the player who outed everyone, and he said, was he right in doing it? And he kind of skirted around it. He didn't directly answer it. He didn't give a very yes or no answer. He was like, every person's got to be their own person, and he actually asked the interviewer, what would you do? And like didn't kind of worked his way around it, because there's this whole part of the MLB Players Union that they're very, it's a group, and they kind of have to protect one another. And maybe something happened with this player in the union that maybe he didn't get certain benefits or whatever, and maybe he worked out a deal with the MLB to give some more information to help them solidify it in return to get some compensation. I don't know. It just seemed, I feel like this has more layers. And then there was that whole thing on Twitter with Beltran's niece. I don't know if you heard about that. I think we kind of texted each other about. No, you didn't?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so there was.
I remember you texted me something that like shit's going crazy, and I just thought you were alluding to the fact that Altuve and Bregman for the Astros had the buzzer things in their shirts, but
no, because then it's crazy, because then there's this whole other part, and even beyond Beltran's niece that I'll try to get to as quickly as possible. So then, very briefly, there was this Beltran's this Twitter user who claimed to be Beltran's niece, and talked about the whole buzzers on the shoulders thing, and that opened up this. What is this person talking about? And then that quickly, as soon as it started to get some steam, gone. The account closed up, or like stop allowing whatever. They just closed up shop, whatever, on the Twitter account.
So that's where that initially came from, the buzzer thing, the rumor about the buzzers inside the jerseys that Altuve had and Bregman.
Yes. So that started, but then people started questioning and started looking at the jerseys. But then, like, what's the deal with this Beltran's niece? The family is defending like that's not our niece. Gary Sheffield Jr., the son of obviously Gary Sheffield, goes on his Twitter and says the term niece is sometimes thrown around in baseball as the side piece. So whenever the players are out like at away games and they got some chick around their arms.
Fuck my niece? Is that what they're saying?
No, they're like, who's the chick? Oh, it's like, it's just my niece. We're just hanging out.
Oh, my
we're just showing her around the ballpark or whatever. Show. And then it turns out, but niece really, she's not the niece. She's being shown to the public as the niece, but then obviously behind closed doors, she's not the niece. She's some local hooah, whatever. Squeeze.
Yeah.
So Gary Sheffield's like, those tend to be those little side pieces. So maybe it might have been one of Beltran's side pieces who kind of had enough or whatever, and maybe because he realized that she was just a side piece and figured she had nothing to lose at this point.
Right.
So then there was all that. So then, and then there's this other. Then Scott Brocious' son. Keep in mind, these are sons of players. These are players of very famous players that are saying this information. Scott Brocious' son goes on Twitter and says, Mike Trout does HGH, and because he's like the fucking next coming of God with MLB, they're just letting him do it. I'm paraphrasing, obviously, but essentially that's what Scott Brocious was saying, that like Trout's on roids, and they're just letting it go because it's Mike Trout.
So you're saying mid-week this week, Beltran's fucking side piece throws out some shit about buzzers and jerseys, and then everybody just jumps on it. Yep. And then everybody just starts throwing out other allegations about it. So it just became like every Major League Baseball player got on Twitter and was just like talking shit about random dudes.
Essentially, because I feel like it's to the point now that there's a lot of shady shit going on in baseball. For what shady in terms of like not playing completely 100% fair. Like at the end of the day, like we've had this conversation with the steroids, like fucking hit 2,000-foot home runs.
Yeah.
Whatever, who cares?
Yeah.
But then there's this whole integrity of the game, and the reality is that like there's a lot of this shady shit going on in the games and what guys are doing. And I think partially is because there's the MLB Players Union, and there's the MLB, and there's this interfighting, and obviously the players want to stay. They want to maximize their dollars, or they had their last chance at fame and glory, and they're going to risk whatever it takes. And some of the new kids who are under more scrutiny are like, what the fuck? Like, these guys are cheating, left and right. Meanwhile, we're just trying to like get up into the majors. But meanwhile, Carlos Beltran, who's on his last leg, is like, I need to win a World Series. So let's just start rigging up some computer system with a trash can and, try to figure this out.
Right. Yeah.
So
it is.
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot more layers and there's a lot more cheating going on in baseball.
Right. And I believe, once this little allegation came out that the Astros were cheating, and then the AJ Hitch got fired, the general manager got fired, people are like, okay, this lends some credence to actually some cheating happening. So let's just fucking throw out everything else that I kind of know that I heard from somebody else. You know what I mean? That's what a lot of players were doing. Right. Yeah. And it fucking drove me nuts when I heard it because I'm a Yankee fan. I was just like, fuck. I feel like the Astros prevented the Yankees from going, like they couldn't beat that. I feel like they couldn't beat the Yankees legitimately because they went to Game 7 twice. And, when Altuve hit that fucking home run in the bottom of the ninth last year, I felt like he knew that pitch was coming because it was 101 miles an hour. And he's just like, you're not looking at that, and knowing where you're just guessing. So if you knew that it was coming, it makes it a lot easier. And he hit that ball a mile.
Well, and that's people always, there was always that weird moment when Chapman, after he gave that up to Altuve, like, how could you smile? How could you sit there and smile?
Right. Yeah.
And it begs the question of like, in my mind, like, did he know? Like he knew this was going on too. And he just like, fuck, they must have, he knew.
Maybe.
I don't know. It's like, it really opens up this Pandora's box of speculation and questioning of how many people know what, because of all these other people now like chiming in with shit. Like how I don't know. It's just really, it's kind of crazy. Like, I don't know. Like we talked about with the steroid thing. I didn't care. Like whatever. The guys are hitting, like it made it interesting.
Yeah, it was
but it's a little different, I think, when it comes to like playoffs.
It was
stuff like that.
It was superhero baseball. That's what it was.
Right. Yeah, like video game baseball.
I've told this story a million times. I mean, fucking Alex Rodriguez hit a home run in Chicago that he actually thought was a foul ball that went over the dugout, and it was actually a home run. He was looking into the like over the dugout where the Yankees were sitting, and he thought it was in that crowd, but it was actually a home run. Fucking Mark McGwire hit a fly ball. He hit a home run in Shea Stadium, and they thought it was a pop up to short.
Right.
Like they didn't know their own strength. It was fucking. Here's the Altuve thing.
Altuve has just sent the Astros to the World Series.
Fuck. You little cheating bastard.
But like, dude, it was like so much else. Like people started showing like in the playoffs, like his home and away stats, and like they were completely black and white. Like he was destroying the ball at home and then just being like subpar on the road. Like, like two totally different players. Because on the road they couldn't have the mechanism set up. They didn't have the access to do what they needed to do.
Imagine.
So there's there's a whole that whole part of it.
With the way pitchers are throwing in Major League Baseball, I mean every guy that gets up, everybody that gets on that mound, more likely than not throws the ball over 95 miles an hour.
Right.
So to be able to guess and know that if a slider or a fastball is coming is a big deal. But if you know it's coming, it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, exactly.
A 95-mile-an-hour fastball is actually almost on the slow end with what some of these guys throw. They throw like 98 to 100 now, all of them. So it makes it a lot harder on the hitter. But if you know it's coming, just fucking like Giancarlo Stanton for the Yankees, he literally just closes his eyes and swings as hard as he can.
Exactly.
That's all he does. And he misses bad sometimes. He misses bad, but when he connects, it goes a mile.
So then this whole thing on Twitter, which I think is very interesting, it's a very valid question. They're suspending these coaches and whatnot for like a year for essentially cheating and altering these games, pivotal playoff games, 1-year suspensions. Pete Rose was banned for life for betting for his teams to win on games, and he's banned for life. And everyone's like, how is he getting banned for life? But these guys get like essentially just a year time off, like a year, a month vacation. I mean, a year vacation.
Kirk Kirkchin on ESPN made that analogy. He's like, this is like this cheating scandal is not the Pete Rose thing. And I'm like, no, it is. It's even worse. It's worse. If the buzzer thing were true, and I actually don't believe it is true, but if it were true, that's in-game cheating. That's worse than what Pete Rose did.
Totally worse.
Pete Rose,
and he was betting to win. It wasn't like he was trying to throw a game. He was betting his team to win. So he had to like put in full effort and win.
It's an ethical thing, right? And what Altuve and Bregman are accused of doing is completely just wrong.
Right.
Wrong. And it's in-game.
Right.
And there's a lot. It's phony too, because these guys are making millions. They're getting crazy amounts of money for playing well, taking their team to a World Series.
But, so you're not buying the buzzer thing, huh?
I don't know. It seems like a lot. It seems like
you saw the video with him crossing the plate and like holding his jersey.
I do not believe that him holding his jersey and him making the excuse that his wife didn't want. I don't believe that at all.
So then what would he, considering that, if you don't believe that, then what do you think it was?
I don't know. I think it's just, I don't know. Just like
because then he immediately ran off the field.
Did he?
And then he came, they show video. As soon as that happened, like people's like cell phone cameras, you see him run right to the dugout and then come out with just the shirt on, like a t-shirt on.
All right, so maybe the buzzer thing did. I don't know. If it is true that Altuve and Bregman guys should never play again. Like the managers. They should never play again.
Yeah.
Never. Or 3-year suspension. Come back at 28 and see if you can play the game still. Crazy. It's worse. I think it's. Is it worse than the steroid thing? Like if you're taking steroids? No, right? Steroids is worse. What's worse?
Because so the difference, in my opinion, is that steroids are like an individual player thing, but the buzzer thing was the whole team. The whole team was involved.
Thing, yeah. Yeah. Oh, congratulations to Miss Joe in the chat room. Her Kansas City Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl.
Hey,
she's very excited about that.
So but the Astros had a good year. It's like, what happened when they hit the place? Like, guys, we gotta cheat. Like what? Like they had a good year that year.
Well, their home record was way better than the.
So maybe it was going on during the year too that they were.
I would imagine you're gonna fucking test it out when you're playing fucking goddamn the San Diego Padres, and they're shitting the fucking. I don't know, Rock. Look at the stats. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now. The 2017 home run record, Astros. Let's see what we got.
It's a little fucking. I can ask Google. You want me to ask?
No,
Google?
2017 tied for best road record. So clearly they did well on the road. They're in the regular season. So that's the thing that kind of like skews this. Is that their home and road record were really good.
Right.
So it wasn't like that far off. But players like specifically like Altuve in the playoffs, it was a stark contrast. And I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Let me see. Season summary.
Well, I was watching that. Yesterday we were talking about that Aaron Hernandez documentary on Netflix with. I watched the first part of it before it, but I finished it last night. It's a 3-part series on Netflix, and apparently, in my opinion, after watching it, Aaron Hernandez was closeted, Rock. Closeted, and he had internal struggles. I'm going out on a limb to say that. No, I'm not really going out on a limb. But apparently he was gay, and that's what led him to doing all this stuff. That's according to the documentary. I don't know.
But he had like abusive childhood too, right?
Well, he had a dad who was a complete homophobe, so he could never come out, And at the time he obviously was playing high school football. His dad's alive. His dad's like the king of Bristol, the town of Bristol, Connecticut, because he was a previous football player for the high school team. Polk High, Al Bundy type shit.
Oh, sure. Polk High.
Aaron Hernandez's brother went to play on for UConn, so they were like a big Connecticut family, very locally famous family. And at the time, Aaron Hernandez is literally blowing the quarterback on his own team.
Right.
Ding, ding, ding. And they had to keep it silent the entire time, Yeah. And Aaron had a girlfriend, and the quarterback had a girlfriend, and they never talked about it, but they would get together and do a little ass patting and a little rub and tug, and Aaron could never talk about it. So he would have this, and then he would go home, and his dad would yell at him for being like a fucking pussy because he didn't score the winning touchdown or something. So he had these internal fucking shit going on, like he couldn't be himself, internal demons, and I guess that, and then, his dad...
But to go to as far as killing people?
Well, here's the thing. Then his dad died in 2006 when Aaron was like 17 or 14 or 15, something like that. So he didn't have that structure anymore. He did everything his dad told him to do. But once he lost his dad, he didn't have that structure anymore. And to pile on that, his mom went and started fucking somebody right away. Oh. And it was like somebody related to the family. She was fucking. So... he hated her for that. And so Aaron moved to like his cousin's house where there was a bunch of drugs and undesirables hanging out all the time. Weed was happening, fucking guns, blah, blah, blah. And that's where he got that gangster side to him.
Right.
And then, it turns out that, he might have shot somebody when he was at the University of Florida. He might have killed 2 people that he was later acquitted for, but it pretty much, they can't find the killer. So pretty much Aaron killed 2 people that he got acquitted for. And then he signed a $40 million contract and played an entire year of football while being the killer of 2 people. And then he killed somebody after that.
How do you focus, man? How are you able to focus?
And apparently all of this is because he was gay. That's my contentions, because there's no motive to him killing the gentleman, Odin Lloyd, I believe his name is. No motive to him killing that guy in the rock quarry. And
my quarry?
Not your quarry, Rock. Somebody else's rock quarry. The actual natural rock quarry.
Oh, I understand. Okay.
You're a natural rock quarry.
Well, thanks.
You're a rock query.
You were just fine. Karen just trying to see what sticks.
Maybe not. Maybe fuck yourself.
Suck my dick, Mark Wahlberg. Yeah. So I mean, there was a news reporter after the whole Olden Lloyd thing and Aaron killed himself. There was a news reporter that came out and said that potentially the reason why Aaron Hernandez killed Olden Lloyd is because Odin caught Aaron Hernandez in a predicament, like maybe balls deep in another man.
All right.
Because there's no motive. There's no motive to him killing Odin. There's none. No one can figure out why he did it. Odin was dating the sister of his girlfriend, Aaron's girlfriend.
Yeah.
And it's just bizarre that they were friends. They were hanging out.
They were buddies.
They were hanging out like a few days prior. Rolling weed in his fucking house. By the way, Aaron Hernandez, the dumbest murderer out there. Dumbest. I mean, the amount of evidence that was against Aaron Hernandez in the trial, it's unreal. It's shoes. He went back to his house 15 minutes after the murder. His house has got HD cameras everywhere. You can never jerk off at Aaron Hernandez's house because
right.
It'll be captured by 7 different angles. He could never sit in front of his computer and just spank monkeys. He could never do it because it would be everywhere. So Aaron rolls into his house with the gun. With the gun.
Yeah, he wasn't a well individual. I mean, that clearly is what had happened there.
Apparently, he hid the gun in a box somewhere, and he ends up texting his girlfriend a while, like a few weeks down the line. And he's like, he texts her, if you're looking for that thing, it's in the black box, blah blah blah, right? So she goes and gets the black box because he wants her to hide the gun. 5 minutes after 10 minutes after he texts her, she leaves the side of the house with a garbage bag with a big box thing. You can see the impression of a box.
Sure.
And she's going to throw it out in a dumpster. She literally takes it off property and dumps it in a dumpster somewhere.
Oh, God.
It's all caught on camera.
Of course.
And it's not like grainy camera. It's HD, beautiful color camera. Unreal. He rented a car in his name to go kill Olden Lloyd. Like he is a.
What was his name when he signed for the car? I did it.
Yeah. Just a fucking dullard. Yeah. Where's your palm trees, Rock? There's no background.
Yeah. I'm keeping it real tonight. I don't know. I just figured. Mixing it up.
Yeah. It was pretty fucking ridiculous. 716-325-0299 if you want to call into the radio program. There was another thing I wanted to bring up. And I'm pretty much doing yesterday's shows again today.
It's like the remix version of yesterday's show.
It really is. We're on a march to 1 million, Rock, and I believe I read the number wrong. I made up this thing yesterday on the show. I didn't make it up, but I actually saw some stats. Our analytics, Rock, the downloads for the history of the Lunatic Radio Show, and it read 984,000 downloads. 1 week. I just went on there like the last 2 days to see if I was correct, and for some reason the download number dropped. I don't know. It dropped like 200,000. So I'm like, I don't know what the hell.
Wait, where are you getting this data from?
From our feed. The feed, you know where it's the feed number.
Like that site that looks like really old and just like basic text.
It's got cobwebs on it, Rock, but I dusted them off and I saw the number.
Are you talking about that site where you can log in and it just looks like a bunch of like just there's no like interface, it's just like text data?
No, it's not text data. It actually has graphics and it shows you.
Oh, I have no idea this site then.
It's there. You don't know it's there? I just found, be honest with you, I'm not going to nail you on it because I just found it. We've been doing this show for
I have no idea about this.
Yeah, I found it. Yeah, and you can literally go through each show and see how many times it was downloaded, blah, blah, blah. Every single show. And every single show is listed on there, and if you hit all time, it will give you the grand total of how many times you downloaded. But I went on there the first time and I said, I was like, I want to click all time. I want to see what our big number is.
Yeah, right.
And it was 16.
Just 16?
18 years, the show's been downloaded 16 times. So I tell you
what,
Rock,
way. No. That's impossible.
No,
Karen, that's impossible.
No, it's not. We had 984,000. That's what it read. It read 984,000 the day I did it. And I was like, wow, that's a lot of fucking downloads. That's not bad. But then I was like, is it that good? Because we've been on the air for 18 years. And
are you talking about the feed burner page?
I believe so, yeah. Right.
Oh, okay.
Now I believe the number dropped. It dropped 200,000. So now we're at 700,000 and something with total downloads. So I'm like, so I started this thing yesterday in a radio program. I was like, a march to 1 million. Let's go get it. Let's get to 1 million this year. I want to get to 1 million downloads. Let's do it, and we'll have a party. We'll celebrate with fucking titties and beer. I don't know, something, And okay. I believe it dropped. I don't know. I have no idea why the number dropped, but it dropped. Are you looking?
That's so weird. So you're I'm looking at the download. So you're saying because it says like 749,000, but you're saying the other day it was in the 900,000.
Yes, and the number was on top. No, I hear you. It wasn't sectioned off in columns where it says clicks, views, and downloads.
That's crazy. Wouldn't make any sense under any circumstances where the number would go down. It's like,
it's a steady number. It should go up, right?
Only we would find a way. People they're like negative watching the show, so they remove downloads.
To be honest with you, I was probably looking at Joey from down the block who does a podcast about Tupperware. That's his analytics. I was looking at the wrong ones.
Oh, interesting.
He gets some crazy amounts of downloads. Don't forget the Pornhub story. Oh, what is the Pornhub story? Call in with that, cool teacher, because I forgot what it was. 716-325-0299. Cool teacher. Call in with the Pornhub story. I totally forgot what that was. Yeah, cool teacher sent me a story about Pornhub. We
apparently have as many subscribers right now as like our heyday, if you will, which it's kind of bizarre to me. But our reach is like at our lowest. So I don't know what that means. Like the reach is like the places where people could listen to us, but yet our subscriber rate is, I wouldn't say the highest, but definitely on the higher range.
I tell you what, Rock, back in 2009 when you and I used to get drunk every show, that was our heyday.
Yeah, those are the best shows, man.
Yeah, that was our heyday. The fucking downloads are night and day compared to today than to back in 2009.
But according to Feedburner, the subscribers is somewhat similar.
Thousands of downloads difference. That's
right.
That's what it is.
Right.
Thousands of downloads difference. We're not even in the thousands with our downloads.
Well, to your point, Kieran.
Although yesterday we did really well. I put out the show from yesterday. It did well. And it's still probably going. I don't know.
But to your point, the March 8th, 2009 show is the #1 show in downloads with 3,700.
Yeah.
So that definitely in line with our heyday.
That was a Project Lunatic radio show where we trying to get
was? You know that?
Yeah, I looked it up.
For sure?
I looked it up. I wanted to see if it was a show where we had like some sort of titties on it because I figured that would be that's like 50,000 downloads a year. Leroy checking in. Thanks,
that sounds
Leroy.
like a good number. Right? No? I don't know. Is that good?
I have no idea, Rock. You know what? We're idiots. I'm an idiot. So anybody paying attention to me in any type of fucking number there is to register it, I feel good about myself.
Oh, all right.
Because I feel like, Rock, when I do the show, you don't even listen to me half the time. But then you...
What'd you say?
I don't see. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Mark Wahlberg, am I good at this radio thing?
Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe fuck yourself.
I listen to you, Kieran. I think.
Hey, Mark Wahlberg, am I a disposable human being being middle-aged and I don't have any kids?
Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe fuck yourself.
Hey,
Kieran,
Mark Wahlberg.
You're not disposable. Come on
Mark Wahlberg, are you gay?
Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe fuck yourself.
All right, fuck off.
All right, so I went into the old web server stats. I could still get into the old-fashioned web server stats.
All
this
right.
is like the real
All right, give it
deal
to me,
stuff.
Rock. Rock's gonna.
Well, hold on. I just logged in. You got to give me a second to sort because this is like old-fashioned text and a bunch of like links and shit. And
my forehead.
It's
looks
not that
huge on the
easy.
camera, by the way, I gotta put my head back on. I hate my forehead. It looks so big on video. It's big anyway, but it's like it looks giant on video.
I'm trying to see if you could do like an all-time. So let's see. Analyze requests from Sunday, December 16, 2012. So it only goes back to 2012. So that's not all time, obviously. So it doesn't even go back to our heyday.
All right, give me.
Because 2012.
Give it to me, Rock. This is like me, getting my report card. This is my report card for my career in radio. Rock's looking at the stats from 2012 to now, Rock. What is it?
According to the site, so now it doesn't do by show, it does by data, but by we only have the shows. So I mean, our site is there's no information. There isn't really. There's information, but it's just text. So there's no any data on the site. Is strictly from
it would make sense
download.
Because there's zero information on the shows itself.
That's right.
So there you go.
That's right. Yeah. So according to the site, since 2012, the average
I don't want to know
data transferred per day is 3 gigabytes, a little shy of 3 gigabytes.
0.0. 7 years of college down the drain. Packers just scored again, coming from Leroy Jenkins. Hey, Google, what's the score of the 49er Packer game?
Currently, the 49ers are leading the Packers 34-19 in the fourth quarter.
Wow, comeback time. So, Rock, you're saying we're not exactly doing Howard Stern numbers.
I mean, 3 gigabytes a day sounds pretty good. I don't know what that. I'm trying to see what we can, if I could trickle down, because again, this is just like the general site statistic, so it doesn't do on a show level.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. It sounds pretty good, I think, because the shows aren't that big in file size. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I'm going to take an intermission with some pictures of the great Niece Wade Hofer.
Oh, that's nice.
Look at that, Rock. The one on the balcony is the best one, I think.
Well, to put things in perspective, Kieran, back into so we currently average about a little shy of 3 gig a day over the course, but specifically in 2012, we were averaging 80 gigabytes a day. So we have sharply
decreased.
And by far,
like my hairline, we have receded.
Yeah. The bulk of the data transfer definitely happened earlier on.
The bulk of my data is transferred at 11 o'clock every night. You know what I'm saying, Rock?
Good for you. I want to see if it gives like a show that I don't I won't give the show's data. Let me see. Back in 2012,
that was a masturbation joke for folks who are just tuning in.
The 3809 show, man. Back in 2012, that show was still rocking and rolling. So that was 3 years later. That was the number 2 show at that point. The number 1 show was the 1220 show, apparently. Number 2 was still the Project Lunatic. That Project Lunatic radio show was a big deal, man.
Hey, Google, do you know who the Lunatic radio show is?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Exactly. There you go, Rock. There's our radio career summed up. Google doesn't know who we are.
Oh, well.
Hey, Google, you know the Lunatic radio show is listed on Google.
What?
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that yet.
Right. See?
Why don't you ask her what is lunaticradio.com?
Hey,
whatever.
Google, what is lunaticradio.com?
On the website tunein.com, they say, Kieran and Rock of Lunatic Radio bring you Slice of Life, comedy talk radio that includes personal stories, perspectives on pop culture and current events, as well as interviews with actors, comedians, and musicians.
None of that happens on our show anymore, by the way. It's just Rock and I talking about shit. Can you
literally? That's nasty.
Can you just run the intermission kiss while you guys talk about the stuff in your background? All right, why not? I don't know. What do you want me to do? Here's Jimmy Garoppolo's girlfriend.
It's really.
Here's Jimmy Garoppolo's girlfriends, everybody.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very hot. Yes.
Well,
Jimmy.
is this not interesting interaction for the people?
Well,
us talking about data feeds.
Yes, all the girlfriends of the quarterbacks that are still playing football. And there's the great Niece Wade Hofer. Niece Wade Hofer. At Niece Wade Hofer on the Instagram. Follow her up. She's not hurting.
I guess the takeaway from this show is to listen to the Project Lunatic Radio episode.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know.
When in doubt.
When in doubt, listen to that. The deaf guy. Oh, I don't. Cool teacher, you have to call in and explain it. I don't have it in front of me. I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm running like.
Well, where was this talked about? That was it like last night you talked about this?
What? No, she's talking about some Pornhub thing. I don't know the gist of the story. She wants me to talk about it, but I don't have it. Oh,
I know what you did. I know how you got that 900. You said see more about your feed items, and you click that, and then it gives you new information, which is up in the 900,000. So I'm clicking on that.
And is that an actual download number? What is that?
So this is from Friday, January 20th, 2006 through January 18th, 2020, and it says 984,000 downloads. So what is this? What is the difference? Is that the
actual number? Because I want to be legitimate. I want to know if that's right or not.
Yeah, I don't know what the difference between the new numbers, because you have that front page where it has it says total.
I want to know our grand total Lunatic Radio all-time download number. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I don't know what the difference is. Like, why are they two different numbers?
I want to be able to go to a bar and tell some chick that people have downloaded me 984,000 times. And maybe that will give me a handy. What do you think, Rock?
Man, our
maybe
top
not.
3 shows,
Maybe
top 4 shows, all happened within like a 3-month period between January and March of 2009.
That's because Rock and I were both fucking doing that yayo.
We just did not give a fuck.
Yeah, we were literally.
What's up? Oh, we have a whole bunch of shows that say no title and there's no downloads. I wonder we have some errors on our feed.
Our least downloaded show was Believe in 2005. Rock.
That's accurate, man. Karen just.
I looked at all the
Karen
stats. I was looking at all the stats. How long have we done? Have we done enough?
I can't tell you what the difference between the two is. I mean, I would assume the all is correct, so 984 would be correct. I don't know what the downloads for this popular feed items mean. I don't know.
I'm gonna go with that's a legitimate number, 984,000.
Yeah, see more about your feed items, and it breaks down. I bet you, Karen, you should do that one night. Just add up all those numbers for downloads for all those shows and see if it equals 984,000.
Oh, just start getting on there with my calculator.
Calculator, yeah. See how that goes.
By the way, Conor McGregor's back. He killed that cowboy guy last night in Las Vegas. 40 seconds. Cowboy guy that was fighting Conor McGregor last night, Rock. Did you watch the fight?
Yep. I did not. No.
He didn't even throw a punch. Not one punch was thrown by the guy that was paid millions of dollars to fight in an octagon. Not one punch thrown. So when you train for a fight for months on end and you show up and you don't throw a punch,
you didn't show up then.
You're not that good. You're not that good at the old fighting thing. Because I could have gotten that octagon last night and not thrown a punch either.
Wow, Kieran.
Calling you out, cowboy.
Clearly.
I'm sure you're a nice guy and you could probably kick my ass in less than a second.
But technically, you and him would have thrown the same amount of punches in that match.
Exactly. So last night, anybody would have been as good as Cowboy in that ring versus Conor McGregor.
That's what it breaks down to.
Right. That is true. That is my analysis of the Conor McGregor Cowboy fight last night.
That was great. Thank you. Who needs ESPN when you got?
They don't. They need us. They need the. You know what ESPN has, Rock, on one of their fucking sister channels?
Linda Cohn? Yeah, you're right.
Yes. That's on the Ant channel. Ant ESPN.
She's the best.
No, they have what is that show on what is the they
have they have a Pardon the Interruption.
No, it's the fucking talk show on Sirius Satellite Radio with the two guys that suck. Cavino and Rich.
Cavino and Rich.
They're the worst. They just like listening to the sounds that are there. It's Cavino and it's Rich. Yeah. That's what they sound like. They actually host a goddamn ESPN show where they talk about topics of the day. Oh my God, that Aaron Rodgers and Danica Patrick. Yeah.
Isn't that how we sound?
No. We sound like fuck Aaron Rodgers and a fucking Danica Patrick drives a car. What's the big deal? But Vino and Rich are just blowing each other, talking about pop culture items, thinking they're the next Rick Dees.
That's not great.
That's how bad Cavino and Rich are.
I hate to say it, I'll listen. If I'm available, I'll listen to them.
That's how bad Cavino and Rich are because they're striving to be the next Rick Dees.
Got it. I understand.
My point. You cannot get through 5 minutes of the Cavino and Rich show on Sirius Satellite Radio on Faction Talk. You cannot. It's impossible.
I've listened to it many times.
They're like two trending topics trying to communicate with each other. You know what I mean?
Two hashtags on Twitter.
It's a radio show hosted by hashtag douche and hashtag fuckboy.
What?
That should be the name of the show. Hashtag douche. Hey, welcome to the hashtag douche, hashtag fuckboy show. Because that's what they are. Nothing comes out of their mouth that's worth anything other than the sound of their diction.
They make references to movies.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Oh, my God. They have a producer they call Spot.
Aw.
Spot.
Do we have a producer?
No. And if I have one, I'm not calling him Spot. Like, you're trying to be fucking, Spot. Like, remember the Wonder Years Spot? No, shut up, you fucking tool bag. Goddamn Cavino and Rich. Fuck off. Wow. I hope they play this clip on their show tomorrow.
That's all Kieran hopes for. Just that moment.
Yeah. Although my hashtag fuckboy and hashtag juiceface fucking line was great. If I could get it out.
Oh, Leroy, with the numbers crunch, at 4,000 downloads a month, you'll reach 1 million by the end of April or early May. Kieran? With that being said, I'm going to go on hiatus till then, so I could just...
Come on, Rock. You're my download fucking creator.
I just want to be there for the finish line. I'm going to take the shortcut in the marathon.
Oh, so you're going to make me do all the legwork to 1 million. The march to 1 million, you're going to make me do all the legwork.
That's right.
One show, one download at a time. I'm just going to be doing shows constantly to here to April. Just 24/7. Not going to go to work.
Just doing shows.
Just doing shows. Just trying to accumulate downloads. Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. We're going to fucking kill it. We're going to get to 1 million. What do you think, Rock? Get to 1 million this year? What's your prediction? Survey says.
I mean, according to Leroy, if we're doing 4,000 downloads a month, sounds high to me, sadly.
No, yeah, we're not doing that. 4 downloads.
By the end of the year, I think we can do it.
End of the year. In 2020, we're going to get to 1 million downloads.
Which is kind of, there's something like very poetic about that.
What should we do to celebrate?
Because I feel like, when did I start with this show? Was it like,
if you are our millionth download, Rock will blow you. No.
Not
gonna offer that as a grand prize.
No.
Okay. Once we get to 1 million downloads, we'll fire TJ. I'm kidding. That was a complete joke, but it is funny.
Horrible. Yeah, I mean, is it 4,000 a month? Is that what we're really doing?
No, I don't know. This is boring to the people. I feel like we should end the show. Rock can retire at 1 million at the. Oh wow, Rock.
All right. Well, I'm gonna advertise the shit out of this show. If I don't do shitty shows now, I'm gonna do even shittier shows so we never get to 1 million.
Next
week's show is gonna have like 50,000 people now. I'm gonna set up bots to just download it.
Yeah, I'm gonna run the show backwards and take downloads off, like in Ferris Bueller.
Yeah.
Does it not work like that?
It just doesn't work like that.
I start playing the shows.
Sure, like, if I delete shows, maybe delete shows from the server.
All I have to do is bring up the show and cool edit or the cool edit. Oh my god.
Cool edit. Oh my god.
All I have to do is bring the show up in Audition and just reverse the file and it plays backwards, taking downloads off. Right, Rock?
Nothing what you just said was beneficial to the show in any shape or form.
What you just said is the
what's
most
the line?
idiotic, moronic. Not at any point was there a rational thought. We are all a lot dumber having heard it.
That's exactly true. That's exactly. That is so accurate to what you just said.
It is. It's fucking all right.
This is great. That was a good way to end the show, Kieran.
Yeah. What do we do? 21 minutes on the mark? Have any fucking? Did we do a lot today?
Our show is one giant commercial break.
Our show is us talking like we would talk during a commercial break. All right, thank you everybody for checking out the Lunatic Radio Show. Download the show. By the way, I wanna mention this. We have a on our Instagram and Twitter page. We have a thing. Rock gave it to me, and I decided to do it. It's called a Linktree.
Yeah, I gave it to you. All right.
It's a Linktree. So if you click the link in our profile on Instagram and Twitter, it'll give you a link to everything Lunatic Radio related on the internet, like our web.
Oh, you set that up?
I set it all up, so it's very convenient. So whenever we go live and I post that the show is live, go to our profile page on. We click the link in our bio on Instagram, and it will take you right to the show.
Look at that? Oh, look at you. You set up I'm over 18 because it's sensitive content.
Sensitive content. We are crazy.
Here, this is great. You got to put a profile picture up.
I know. I couldn't figure out how to do it.
Oh, God.
I was clicking, and nothing happened.
Is the site still up? Now I'm concerned.
Yeah, you better check everything.
Good job, though. Looks good.
Thank you to everybody for checking out the Lunatic Radio show. Download it. Share it with your friends. A march to 1 million people. And by the way, follow Niece Wade Hofer on Instagram and tell her that she should come on the Lunatic Radio show for our millionth download show.
Tell her Kieran sent you.
Yeah, tell her Kieran sent you. All right.
March to my retirement show. Come
on. Just text, DM Niece Wade Hofer. Tell him that I'm a disposable human being and I need some help.
Hashtag Lunatic Radio.
Hashtag Lunatic Radio. All right, we'll see you later. Peace, everybody.
Bye.